Hello everybody, Frankly FM84 here. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio, currently out in Japan in the J League, and we are managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you were with us yesterday, you'd have seen us have a disappointing result, a 1-0 loss to Vegalta Sendai, yeah, a team that were in 18th position in the league. It's absolutely unfathomable how we didn't score a goal in the game, and we were very disappointing. So let's show you what's been happening since then. We have pushed forwards into the future. You can see there's the disappointing 1-0 defeat. We then beat Nagoya Grampus 5-1. Goals from Trapiccio, Wharton, Nishikawa, Barada, and Nago. A red card for Trapiccio in that game was the only thing that was a bit of a downer. We moved forwards from the 5-1 into a 2-1 win against Gamba Osaka on the road. Played really well in this game. Even though we only scored the 2 goals, we could have had a lot more. Burton and Aranda getting the goals. First minute and 95th minute getting the win. Saito scoring for them after 18 minutes. So quite a lucky win in fairness. We did, like I said, we got 2 goals, but we could have scored a hell of a lot more, and we didn't. We then had a 2-2 draw against Samitsu Espulse. They played really well, actually. They took the lead, and then Ovalar equalised, Ridley getting his second goal before Bone got an equaliser in the 92nd minute. So we've been riding our luck a little bit with this unbeaten run. Some late goals getting us some points. And then another absolutely crazy game. I kind of wish I'd come back for this one because this was mental. So we went 1-0 down in the first minute. We were then 2-1 up in the 7th minute. So goals in the 3rd and 7th for us from Nishikawa and Robertson. We then scored again through Machida. We had a goal for Oshima, which is that's an own goal, isn't it? Is that an own goal? Yeah, it's an own goal. You have to forgive me, I'm not with it at the moment. Wharton scoring after 45 plus 1, then made it 5-1 in the first half, and then it all hell broke loose in the second half. 45 plus 3 was a goal disallowed before they scored 3 unanswered goals through Marcinho and William Pop. They then had a goal in the 75th minute disallowed, which would have given them a 5-5 draw. So we had the run of the green in the first half. They completely came back into it in the second half. How we got out with 3 points is anybody's guess, because it was an absolute mad game. But that brings us up to today's episode. We are going to be playing against Nara Club in the Emperor's Cup second round. So let's show you the starting 11 and how we get on in that game. Here we go then. This is the starting 11 that we are going to be putting out against Nara Club. We've got Tani in goal, Takahashi, Ono, Aranda and Burt Whistle. We've got Miyuki, Barada and Robertson in the midfield, with Nishikara, Wharton and Machida up top. This front three has been scoring goals for fun. Let's hope they can continue that in the Emperor's Cup second round. Here we go then, as the players come out onto the pitch. The huddles are done, the lineups are announced, and we are off and running. An early chance then seems to be coming our way as Burt Whistle throws the ball to Machida. Robertson's in the box, he's going to cut it across, and I think that's an own goal early on. Yuki Kotani has scored an own goal after about a minute. It might have even been 50 seconds on the clock. Let's have a look. So 50 seconds when the throw was taken, it's gone to Machida. He's played it into Robertson, and when he's crossed it in, there's 55 seconds on the clock when the ball crosses the line. And that is a great start for us. Not so great, though, for Nara Club. I should have looked really at where Nara Club are in the Japanese pyramid. I have a feeling they will be several divisions. Well, certainly a division below, because I don't think we've come across them in the J2. Maybe they're one of the prefecture leagues. As Wharton there smashes the ball over the bar. I'd have expected him to have done better with the form that he has been in. I had a little look at his stats before the game. He's got 10 in 17. And for a first season player who's come in from Brazil, he's absolutely on fire. Speaking of players on fire, there's Aranda again with a header at the near post, doubling our lead. 18 minutes roughly on the clock as that ball crosses the line. Two centre-backs there collide with each other mid-air. Aranda beats Ono to the ball and puts it in past the goalkeeper. So we've got another corner which Barada's going to swing in, and another corner that's going to go in the back of the net as Kazunari Ono headed the ball into the corner of the net, but the goal has been disallowed. So no VAR in this one. Oh, okay. So Ono's got the header, but there is a player standing right in front of the goalkeeper, so it's fully understandable probably why that one was disallowed. First look, it didn't seem that way, but definitely there was a player in front of him. How have we not scored there? How has that ball not gone in? Ono heads it off the bar. Wharton and Ono between them can't put it into the net. The goalkeeper just bends down and picks the ball up. But we're on the attack again. Machida's played in behind. He's going to go, oh, I don't think this is a penalty personally. Have we got VAR in this game? We can't have VAR in this game. So Nara Club must be a club with, well, a much smaller club, obviously, but a club without VAR. No check on that one, and it was given. It seemed like a good tackle to me, but we're going to take it. Miyuki has scored. It's 3-0. There's only half an hour on the clock, so we're enjoying the first half here in this one. Not much to say really about Nara Club. They haven't got into the game at all. They've had one shot, it wasn't on target, whereas we've been piling the pressure on as the half is whittling away now. 45 plus 2 to be added on, and we're in at half time. They did get themselves a shot on target in the first half though, so that is probably impressive for them. But we are doing what we need to do to get through to the next round of the Emperor's Cup. And at half time it was 3-0. Come out, we have an attack straight away as Birtwistle swings the ball in. There's a header from Shuto Machida, 14th goal of the season for him. He has just come back from a little layoff. He was injured for a couple of weeks, so I was hoping he might be scaling the heights of what he was achieving last season in terms of goal scoring. But obviously, if you're not on the pitch, you can't be scoring goals. But when he is on the pitch, he's absolutely lethal. And that was a brilliant header to put us 4-0 up. And we are tormenting these with corners. Barada, Ono with the header. It's gone over the top this time. Yeah, every time we get a corner kick, they are really fearing for their lives. They can't deal with, number one, the defenders going to the near post. Number two, the ball coming in from Barada is such a good swing to delivery every single time that they just cannot deal with it. It seems that that is our best route in. And then all of a sudden, they're in on goal. And Umaguchi almost beats Tani in goal. He's turned the ball over the crossbar. That would be crazy. It would be like winning the game itself, I think, for these if they were to just score, because they haven't really been in the game. But that registered as a shot on target. And they're going to get a chance again. But Tani comes out and deals with that. He's lumped the ball straight forward to absolutely nobody. Do not know sometimes why the game makes players do that kind of thing. Right then, we have got Birtwistle, who is looking a little bit tired. He's going to come off. Okamoto is going to come on. I'm going to bring Ono off and bring Alkan Bagger on. And we've got Ohashi, who's going to come on in place of Machida, who's looking a little bit tired. So 3 substitutions around the 60-minute mark, unfortunately for we're Shonan Bellmare. Unfortunately for Nara Club, some more first teamers are coming on, and it means that we have fresh legs on the pitch as well. So I'm probably going to run them ragged now until the end of the game. Half an hour left to go almost. Straight away, Baggett's involved. Barada swings the play out to Takahashi, back to Baggett, plays it to Barada. Barada really is our midfield dynamo. Everything kind of goes through him. Glad that we got the new deal sorted for him, because at one point it looked like he was going to be asking for unrealistic terms. We managed to talk him into signing a better contract, and he really is a player that we couldn't do without. Speaking of him, there he is, providing an assist for Alex Robertson, who I think has stolen this goal. This doesn't look like it should have been Robertson's goal. Barada, I think he's having a shot here. So Nishikawa plays it back to Takahashi. It nearly goes out of play, and when Wharton turns back, Barada, I don't think he's passing that, but Robertson kind of runs in the way of the ball. It hits him and goes into the back of the net. And we won't complain about that. Robertson is a player who has started to develop quite quickly. He's one that was in the under-23s, I think it is, or under-21s. And then all of a sudden we got 2 or 3 notices in a couple of weeks that he was outperforming that age group. We should give him a go in the first team. And all of a sudden he has scored in back-to-back games now. Also had an assist in the last game. So I think he's one who is going to be knocking on the door for regular starts. And we are on the attack again as Barada moves the ball to Miyuki. Into Takahashi. Back to Barada. Is he going to have a go this time? does. It's just about a foot wide of the goal. Goalkeeper got up. Don't know if he was going to get a hand to it anyway. Probably had it covered, but the ball goes out for a goal kick. And the score stays 5-0. 20 minutes on the clock. Barada actually looks like he might have took a knock or struggling a little bit. So I think we might be able to make another substitution. But so we're going to have a look at that. They've just had a free kick go over the bar. Let's see. Can we make another substitution? Can we bring Sambone on in place of Barada? Can. So Japanese leagues and cups are far more helpful than the English leagues and cups, as those substitutions always come in handy. Sometimes playing in a foreign league, you forget that those are an option too. Yeah, Okamoto with a shot from distance hit the crossbar from there. That would have been a bit of a pile driver of a goal had that gone in. But yeah, those extra substitutions really are handy when you've got players who pick knocks up late on your games. And like me, you like to make 3 substitutions after about an hour, which sometimes backfires, but always helpful. Anyway, back to the action, and we are on the move again. Takahashi got the ball down the left-hand side, plays to Nishikawa, turns his man. He's now running towards the corner flag. What can he do with it from there? Is he going to be a provider? No, he plays it back to Takahashi, who plays it back to Nishikawa. Neat play between them before the cross comes in. Goalkeeper's punched it away. And let's see if Nara Club can get themselves out of their own half. They can. They cross the halfway line. Kim Di-seng is running towards our corner flag. They've had a header. They've scored a goal. Ryota Kuwajima. Wow. That was me thinking that fresh legs would help us to keep this scoreline at 5-0 or maybe extend it. But no. Nara Club have got ideas of their own. Great header, really. Tani was never going to get to that. I think probably could have been 2 goalkeepers in. They probably wouldn't have saved that. That's a brilliant finish. And they have something to take away from the game at least. I mean, we have pummeled them into submission. 25 shots, 5 goals, 9 of shots were on target. And we're going to have another chance here as Miyuki swings it in. Aranda with the header that was saved. And Wharton is going to tap it in to make it 6-1. Says it's his 13th goal of the season. So in all competitions, he has 13 goals. In fact, what a brilliant save that was. The first save from Aranda by Kaneko was a brilliant save. Fortunately for him, the ball went straight back to Aranda, who passed it to Wharton. And he's tapped it into the empty net. So a 6-1 victory in the second round of the Emperor's Cup means that we are moving forwards in the competition. One thing I did forget to tell you, actually, is that during the gap in games, we had a takeover at the club. And basically, if we have a look at the club vision now, it's kind of changed a little bit. So we have had the takeover, and now the club want to strive to make progress on and off the pitch. Whereas we were just supposed to be competitive in the AFC Champions League anyway, which is what we have been. They want us to be mid-table now in the J1 League. They want us to reach the 4th round of the Emperor's Cup, so we've just reached the 3rd. And then they want us to win the J League Cup. And then they want us to continue being an established J1 League team. So gone now is the under-23 philosophy that the previous board wanted us to implement. And now the board are happy for us to just go out and basically do what we can to make sure that the club is an established J League team. So that was one thing I forgot to tell you before the game. Thought I'd jump in and show you right after the game. And then that leads me on to the next thing. Where are we going to jump back in? So we could play some J League games and come back for the Emperor's Cup 3rd round. I think we're actually going to do that because we've got Yokohama Marinos in both the... In fact, no. What I'm going to do is we play Vissel Kobe in our very next game, which crazily is a month away. By then, the released players from Europe or from England would have come onto the market, so we might have some new signings. But we have Vissel Kobe in the J League, and I think that's going to be a big game because if we look at the competitions, we are top of the league now, but we're 12 points ahead of Vissel Kobe all of a sudden. And I think if we could beat them, even at this stage, it might rule them out of the title race. We have Gamba Osaka directly behind us. So yeah, I think it's important to come back and play this Vissel Kobe game. Where has it gone? Why does it keep jumping back? This Vissel Kobe game here on the 28th of July, and then we will probably come back for the Emperor's Cup 3rd round. Because lurking down here, we have 3 cup games in a row where we play the quarter J-League Cup quarter-final home and away leg before playing Jeonbuk in the AFC Champions League second round. Did we not play Jeonbuk earlier in the season? Is this competition broken, maybe? Can that happen in the AFC Champions League? Somebody's going to need to let me know the answer to this question now, because here we are playing them in the group stage, in Group J, and then all of a sudden we have progressed into the next round and we have been drawn against them again. Does that happen? How does this second round? Let's go back to the group stage. Group A. So Al Hilal and Esteghlal qualified from their group. So did they play each other? No. Strange. Maybe the competition's not right, or maybe there's no seeding in the competition. Maybe, like, if you finish first and second in your group in the European Champions League, you can't play each other, but maybe that doesn't apply in the AFC. Anyway, I am rambling on now. Anybody who does know the answer to those questions, though, comment section down below, please. We're going to be coming back for the Vissel Kobe game. I'm going to start to wrap this one up then. Firstly, thank you for watching today. If you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, please consider doing so. It helps the channel out so much. Helps me keeping. Now I've lost my train of thought. It helps me to keep on bringing you the content that is on the channel. Now I've put my teeth back in. So yeah, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, that would help me out so much. But for this one, I'm going to end it there. Big thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow to see how we get on against Vissel Kobe.